You know, drug use in India, it's not just some headline you skim past. It's a real issue, hitting families, young people, and entire communities. And yeah, we've got these big national campaigns, like the Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, but the real battle, that's happening on the ground. So how do you make all that effort actually stick? Well, in this explainer, we're going to look at a support system designed to do exactly that, focusing right where it matters most, the district level.
So let's put ourselves in the shoes of a district leader for a second. The big question you're probably asking is, how can we really make a difference in drug awareness without a bigger budget or a bunch of new rules? It's a tough question for sure, but there's a framework out there that could be the answer. So let's dive right in. All right, first up, let's talk about the ground reality. Because this isn't about statistics and a report, right? This is about people. It's about our communities. Okay, so this really hits the nail on the head. We all know substance use is a huge problem, but what's holding us back? Why aren't we seeing more progress? Well, it kind of boils down to a few things. You have these awareness campaigns that pop up and then they're gone. There's this huge social stigma that makes it so hard for people to even talk about it. And honestly, a day after a campaign, most of the messaging is just forgotten. That's the gap right there. That's what we need to fix. So that's the problem on the ground. What's the view from the top? Let's look at the national framework, the Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, which is supposed to guide all this action. So the big one is the Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. You'll hear it called NMBA. And the key thing to get here is that it's not about enforcement or punishment. It's all about prevention, getting the community involved, and really empowering the districts to take action. It's a really constructive approach, and it's all coordinated by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. And that brings us to a really crucial point, right? A national plan is one thing, but it's only as good as how it's carried out locally. So let's zoom in on the district level. What exactly is their mandate under the NMBA? And here it is, crystal clear. The district's role is very specific. It's all about planning, executing, and documenting awareness and prevention. It's not about enforcement, and it's not about clinical intervention. Their job is to be the messengers, the coordinators, to get that information out there and to do it well. And look, they're not just being asked to do this with no resources. There's funding set aside. We're talking about 10 lakh rupees per selected district, specifically for these kinds of structured awareness activities. So what does that mean? It means any support system that comes in has to be smart and it has to work within that existing budget. Okay, so keeping all that in mind, the mandate, the budget, let's get to the core of what we're talking about today. It's a support system. And the idea isn't to reinvent the wheel, but to give the existing system a tune-up to help it run a whole lot better. And this is where a partner like Dowell Life Science can come into the picture. Now, to be clear, they aren't taking over. Think of them as an implementation and operational support entity. They're there to help execute the district's plans, and, this is key, they're always under the direct supervision of the administration. So what does this support actually look like? It's broken down into two core components. First, you've got these digital interactive awareness panels. These are basically there to help deliver the official IEC materials, the information, education, and communication stuff. And second, there are these awareness-linked voluntary screening demonstrations. These are for educational use only, nothing more. Now, I really want to double down on this point about the screening demonstrations. Participation is strictly voluntary. Let me say that again, strictly voluntary. There is no enforcement, no coercion, no profiling of any kind, and absolutely no personal data is stored. This is all about education, period. It's not about surveillance. That is a foundational, non-negotiable rule. Okay, so that's the what. Now for the how. How does this actually work on the ground? Let's talk about the qualitative enhancements this brings to the table. The best part about this is how seamless it is. It's designed to integrate right into the existing process. So, step 1, the district approves a regular MBA activity. Step 2, the support system is integrated. It just plugs in. Step 3, the awareness delivery is enhanced. It's more effective. And finally, step 4, all the reporting aligns perfectly with the existing mandates. See, it's an upgrade, not a whole new system. So what does this actually mean in practice? What are the key capabilities you're getting? Well, for starters, it supports much clearer, more consistent messaging. It allows for repeat exposure to the approved NMBA content, which is how information actually sticks, right? You see better engagement during the awareness activities, and it just helps the district teams deliver structured info with full administrative oversight. It's a win-win, really. So when you put it all together, What we have is a district-aligned support approach. It's designed specifically to enhance the great work already being done under the Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. It's all about making those activities even more impactful.
And ultimately, this is presented for consideration as a collaborative implementation partner, someone to work with the district under its supervision to support the ongoing NMBA activities. If this sounds like something that could help your district's efforts, all the contact information is right here.